Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Max at 15 the billion. You already know what he do, making a vid. Um, First I'm gonna talk about the PSN problem. Well, I'm not gonna talk about the problem because there was like 70 videos on that, so that's why I didn't make a video around that time. But I'm gonna tell you what I did for the PSN problem, and if this ever happens again, maybe you guys should do it too. I read a book. I didn't read the whole book. I read books and then I study for school. So most of you guys going, oh my god, what am I supposed to do with all my games? Read a book or study or do something. Go outside and play. And it's snowing outside. And I live in Atlanta, Georgia, Atlanta Hawks all day. And yesterday it was like 60s. I'm like, now it's snowing. That shit is crazy. But yeah, just making a vid. This vid's gonna be about hype and how sometimes games are either overhyped or underhyped. Like games like Call of Duty, Killzone 2, yes, I said Killzone 2, and Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 is slightly overhyped. Like, the problem with Uncharted 2, it was a great game. Great game. But I thought it was going to redefine gaming. It redefined storytelling, it redefined graphics. But I mean, in gameplay wise, I thought I was going to redefine gameplay. I mean, basically, it's kind of like Gears of War 2. I'm sorry to say it's cover and shoot. I mean, it was a great game, great gameplay, but it didn't redefine it. And I'm kind of that shit. The same thing with Killzone 2. Killzone 2, great graphics, but what did it do that was different from any other first-person shooter? Yes, it's a little more realistic, but pretty much the same thing as any other first-person shooter. And Call of Duty, oh my god, I mean, I don't hate it's a good game. It's just the community on Call of Duty, the way they made the maps and shit, like, and they didn't even bring any of the old maps back from Call of Duty 4, which is so they made it more based for campers. That's how you know they made it more based for campers. Good game. And sometimes hype can do a game well, pretty well. You know, games like Demon Souls and which sold pretty well, and I heard it was a good game. I haven't played it myself. I'm gonna pick it up eventually. Eventually. But I heard it was a pretty good game. Game of the year on GameSpot. And GameSpot, when they pick a game of the year, it has to be a good ass game. But like I was saying, like games like Demon Souls didn't give enough hype. It was underhyped, but it was a pretty good game. White Knight Chronicles, overhyped as game. It was a good game, in my opinion, good game, but overhyped. I thought I was going to redefine the RPG genre. Didn't really do that with the combo system. Thought it was going to be real time, like battle action, like Kingdom Hearts, sorta. You know, God of War 3. Do I think that's going to be overhyped? Hell yes, I think it's going to be overhyped. Do I think it's going to be Game of the Year? No. And listen to why I don't think so. A game to have Game of the Year has to have online, or no, it has to have decent online, 6, 7, 6, 7 online, and it has to have a good campaign, or the other way around. You see what I'm saying? If it doesn't have both, I mean, game can't get it. God of War 3 is gonna be an awesome game, no doubt about that. I'm getting Ultimate Edition, so you know, so I don't. I wonder, like, if games like God of War is gonna be overhyped. It's not gonna be Game of the Year. No online. That's the only reason why it won't be Game of the Year. A game has to have online nowadays. Nowadays it has to have online. Games like Final Fantasy 13 won't get it. If White Knight Chronicles was done better, could get it. Splinter Cell might get it. Most was a good game. Battlefield might get it, and games like that which have online. I don't know about the story in Battlefield. The first one didn't have that great of a story, but you see where I'm going with this. I mean, what else is being overhyped? God of War is being overhyped. Heavy Rain. What I've heard, it lived up to the hype. I wasn't really all that hyped about it, really. But yeah, what else? What else game is going to be overhyped this year? Tell me, what games do you guys think are overhyped or underhyped, and games coming that are going to be overhyped or underhyped? And tell me. And I also got to ask another question to ask you guys. I'm stuck between three games, and I only have money for one of these three games. Cause, and I'm trying to figure out which one I should get. Here's the three choices: Battlefield Bad Company 2, um, Heavy Rain, and Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13 is coming out next week. So I'm worried about that. I already got God of War 3 Ultimate Edition paid for. So shit. Hurt myself with my brush. That's all I gotta say. MechTech 15 out the building. Fanboys be mad.